Imagine a woman sitting quietly at a vibrant dinner party. While everyone else is engaged in rapid-fire small talk, laughing at predictable jokes and sharing surface-level updates, she remains somewhat distant. Her eyes wander to the architectural details of the room, or perhaps she stares into her glass, lost in a thought that seems miles away. To an observer, she might appear socially awkward, stuck up, or even strange. Society has a very rigid mold for what an intelligent woman should look like. She is expected to be a polished multitasker, a charismatic communicator, and someone who always has a witty comeback ready. But beneath this quiet exterior, a high-powered engine is running. What people label as eccentricity or social friction is often just the visible trace of an invisible, highly sophisticated mental process. Real intelligence is not a performance. It is a way of navigating the world's complexity. Today, at Raw Human Psychology, we are going to decode the 7 strange habits of highly intelligent women and reveal why these misunderstood behaviors are actually markers of a profound mind. 1. Overthinking as high-fidelity simulation. The world calls it overthinking or anxiety, but in the mind of a highly intelligent woman, it is actually a form of predictive processing. Have you ever stayed up until 2 a.m. replaying a 5-minute conversation, analyzing the subtle shift in someone's tone or a split-second smirk? This is not just rumination. It is a high-fidelity simulation. Highly intelligent minds do not just store memories. They use them to map out future probabilities. By analyzing a nech-mep smirk from a business partner, she is testing the integrity of a future contract. Her brain runs what-if experiments in parallel. If I choose path A, what are the 10 possible emotional reactions from the group? This is cognitive precision. While others react to the surface, she is calculating the ripples. The trade-off, however, is a heavy mental load. Having a supercomputer in your head means you can never truly turn off the risk scanning mode. It is exhausting, but it is the price of seeing the world as it truly is, a complex web of cause and effect. 2. Talking to yourself, self-talk. You might catch her lerm-berm muttering to herself while driving or solving a problem at her desk. To the uninitiated, this looks like a loss of grip on reality. To the cognitive psychologist, this is self-instruction and the utilization of the phonological loop. Thoughts, in their raw state, are nonlinear and messy. By speaking her thoughts aloud, she is engaging in externalizing thought, forcing her brain to convert chaotic data into a structured linear logic. It increases problem-solving speed by up to 100% compared to silent thinking. She isn't talking to an invisible person, she is optimizing her processor. Sadly, many intelligent women suppress this habit in public to avoid being labeled unstable. But in private, this is how they turn a tangled thread of ideas into a straight line of action. If you've ever felt the weight of being misunderstood for your quiet intensity, know that this channel was built for minds like yours. Before we dive into the next pattern, take a moment to hit the subscribe button and join our community. Drop a quick "I'm here" in the comments. If you've ever caught yourself overthinking or talking to yourself, it helps more deep thinkers find us. Also, make sure to stay with me until the very end, because the final insight on night thinking will change how you perceive your chaotic schedule forever. 3. Preferring solitude. Highly intelligent women don't avoid people. They avoid noise. According to the polyvagal theory, our nervous systems scan for safety and depth. For a woman who perceives every subtext and hidden intention in a room, a simple party can feel like a sensory onslaught. She seeks solitude not because she is antisocial, but because of cognitive load management. Her brain is constantly running. Default Mode Network, DMN, processes the part of the brain that generates creative insights and processes deep emotions, which can only activate in the absence of external stimulation. Her solitude is her maintenance room. She would rather have one honest, soul-bearing connection than 50 shallow ones. While society sees a loner, she is actually protecting her nervous system from the friction of repetitive, predictable social noise. 4. A cluttered space versus an organized mindset. Walk into her workspace, and you might see piles of books, scattered notes, and a desk that looks like a disaster zone. Society often judges women harshly for not being organized, but for the brilliant mind, this is often a sign of resource prioritization. If the brain is 100% engaged in solving a complex problem or identifying a new pattern, it has zero interest in the physical arrangement of paperclips. Albert Einstein famously said, "If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign?" For her, this is organized chaos. She knows exactly where that one specific quote is located among the mess. This environment often triggers cross-pollination, where two unrelated ideas on her desk accidentally touch, sparking a new innovation. 5. Pattern-breaking questions. In a meeting, she is the one who asks the question that makes everyone uncomfortable. Why are we treating sadness as a bug in the system instead of a feature of human experience? These are pattern-breaking questions. She has a curiosity-driven cognition that refuses to accept that's just how things are. She notices the veit nert, cracks in perfect-sounding arguments. This often creates social friction because it forces people out of their cognitive comfort zone. She is not being difficult. She is practicing mental rigor. She values the pursuit of truth over the comfort of consensus. 6. Changing opinions frequently. The most dangerous trait of a high IQ is the willingness to be wrong. This is Bayesian thinking. She treats her beliefs as probabilities, not as her identity. While society rewards sticking to your guns, she rewards cognitive flexibility. If the facts change, she changes her mind instantly. She is the harshest prosecutor of her own ideas. As John Maynard Keynes said, "When the facts change, I change my mind." She doesn't fear being inconsistent. She fears being wrong, while the truth has already moved on. This is not indecision. It is the ultimate form of mental evolution. 7. Deep obsessions with specific interests. Finally, there is the night owl phenomenon. Many highly intelligent women experience a surge of clarity at 2 a.m. This is nocturnal incubation. When the social noise of the day dies down, the brain's prefrontal cortex relaxes its guard, allowing creative thoughts to flow without inhibition. Research shows a strong correlation between high IQ and a preference for late nights. She is often labeled as undisciplined or lazy for struggling with an 8 a.m. schedule, but her brain was simply busy solving the world's problems while everyone else was asleep. To summarize, after stripping away the layers of these seemingly strange patterns, we realize that being a highly intelligent woman in a world built for the average is a quiet act of bravery. Your overthinking is precision. Your solitude is restoration. Your messy desk is a map of a fertile mind. The raw truth is that intelligence is not a gift that makes life easy. It is a lens that makes the world complex, beautiful, and occasionally exhausting. Do not judge yourself for being out of sync. You were not born to fit in. You were born to see what others miss. In short, if you recognize yourself in these 7 habits, be proud of it. Thank you for spending time with raw human psychology today. Don't forget to like the video if it helped you feel better, and comment below which pattern is most like you. Subscribe to the channel so we can unravel the mysteries of the mind together. See you in the next video, where we will continue our journey to rediscover our truest selves.